What do a cow, volcano, and a tent have in common? You're about to find out. This is the story of Peak 9 and how having a bit of hope can go a long way.
We have luck on our side.
If you're new here, I'm on a mission to climb the highest peak in every European country. Yes, that means the mighty Mont Blanc, and yes, that also means some cute hills. In the middle of the Atlantic Ocean lies an archipelago unlike any other in the world, the Azores. So that's why I'm here, to climb this sexy beast of a volcano. Like most of my peak adventures, something always goes wrong. I arrived late the night before, so I wasn't able to lock in a taxi for my 6 a.m. departure. So what did that mean? Calling several Azorean taxis until the volcano gods led me to Maria. She said she'd be there in 5 minutes. So I hopped in and we were on our way.
Cool, just checked in. Got my little GPS tracker. I think it's really cool that they do that actually. And I made it. I'm a little bit late, but thanks to Maria, I got here. So, peak number 9, starting now. Wow. This is so beautiful. I feel like I'm walking in high definition.
Look at that high definition.
It's insane. Wow. So, a couple of things for you. Mount Pico is a volcano. It's dormant, but you can see the lava flows from years and years and years ago. I'll look up when the last eruption was. To climb it, you actually need to get a permit. So I got mine, was it 1 or 2 weeks ago? 25 euros. And honestly, you don't really need a guide. It's quite a scramble, but with these views.
Shucks, folks, I'm speechless.
Maria, who brought me here in the taxi, she was telling me that it's unusual for it to be this clear. So we have luck on our side, once again. So it's been about 2 hours and getting a bit hungry. I had an apple for breakfast this morning and a big dinner last night, so I'm starting to get the hunger, so I gotta get something into my belly. Some granola. I have a feeling I'm close. According to everything I've read, in theory, I'm halfway up. My ankle's still bugging me a little bit. The last peak, peak number 8 in Andorra, I rolled my ankle. So I'm not as fit as I was 3 weeks ago, but it's okay. Before we keep going up, I wanted to show you this. Really cool. So I hope you can hear it. It's hollow. It's a lava tunnel. I'm also just thinking as I'm climbing up, it's kind of amazing to see all of these flowers and vegetation growing on what once was a place full of destruction. Kind of amazing that even after so much chaos and destruction that it is possible to have beauty and rebirth and growth. Nature is a wonder. Almost. You smell that? It's the peak. We're super close. Peak 9. This landscape is just insane. Like all the volcanic rock. I think we're inside of the crater of the volcano now.
I'm very astute.
But it's just kind of crazy to see. Just black and it's like so hollow. It's like it's empty, the rock. It's weird. Yeah, you can actually camp on the crater, but if you want to do that, you have to set out for your hike after 4 o'clock. So it'd be a cool option. I think it'd be a bit chilly, so you'd need to pack a lot of warm clothes because at night I think it can drop down to like 10 degrees in the summer. So if you're up for that, it might be a cool adventure. And now we scramble. All right, here we are, peak number 9. And today, I've got an audience for my little peak dance. Ah, made it. Super lucky with all the weather. Whoop. Nice, huh? Get out of here. I don't know if I should say it out loud, but I think on the way down it's going to be my confidence level. That's going to be the tough one. I learned something in the last peak in Andorra when I fell. I think the reason I fell was because I didn't have enough sugar in my system. I learned that lesson. Got tons of food, sugar, all the good stuff. So, be fine. And it's good practice for my confidence. Phew! Almost down. Just imagine going down something like this for 4 hours. It's just crazy. Just gotta say thanks so much for being here. If you're interested in supporting the project and my content and you're keen on getting tons of really cool perks, consider checking out Patreon. And it's a beautiful community. I've met so many amazing people through it already, so onwards.
Descending the side of the foggy, bumpy volcanic trail took me longer than going up. When I finally got down and tried my best to hitch a ride back to town, I gave up. So I went on my merry way, thinking something or someone would come up. Well, something did, and that was an angry Bessie who did not want me to pass. See the horns on that? Yeah. This isn't even from my camera because I thought I was going to get attacked like Ava Zubek had.
This is what would happen.
I heard tires rolling up and again prayed to the Azorean mountain gods and stuck my thumb out. This is David. He owns a business here on the island called Pico Island and just so happened to be heading back into town, although I was sure he was sent by Mount Pico to Pico me up. Get it? Not only did he bring me back to town, he told me the story behind the wine on this island. These rows of rocks you see here are a technique that the first residents of the island came up with to grow the grapevines that make their wine. The vines are woven into the volcanic rocks, and during the day the rocks absorb the heat from the sun, and that's what keeps the vines going at night when the temperature plummets. David shared a wicked story about how the first settlers got here, but I'll leave it to him to tell you when you visit.
Yeah. What a fucking legend. You can tell he loves what he does. He's got like a little company called Pico me up. Very clever. I like me some puns, and yeah, I can just see he's super passionate for just showing people adventures and what he loves. So, David, it was so nice to meet you. Beijinhos. And there's my tent. She's still here. In case you're wondering, the reason I brought this backpack is because it's got all my valuables in it. Yeah, I hiked up Mount Pico with my valuables because there were a bunch of rowdy kids here last night, and so I wasn't sure if it was okay for me to leave my stuff to Lorraine. Everything's there. But now, I've got to catch a ferry.